welcome to today's video. This is Jonathan Irizarry with JI Fitness. We got quite a few questions to answer, so let's get started. So question number 1 is by AJ Brow 12. What's your greatest bodybuilding achievement to date? If we're going off of winning, then I would say the collegiate nationals overall. I feel that would be my greatest bodybuilding achievement, but I look to continue to improve upon that, and hopefully the next one I can win another overall at the USA's, North Americans, the Nationals, one of these shows. Do you reverse diet after a show? If so, how much and what kind of calories, macros increase week by week? When I reverse diet, what I normally would do is start over at like a maintenance range with calories. So whatever that ends up being as far as like an increase from your previous diet, it varies. But that's where I would normally start, and then the increases just kind of go off of progress, how the body's responding. This goes for myself personally, my clients as well. I try to treat it all the same way. I know it's a very vague kind of answer, and it doesn't really answer it, but that's one that you can't really answer directly, if that makes sense. So I apologize. Danny Lineker 23. What are your favorite sports? I grew up here in America. I love football. I love basketball, baseball, things of that nature. I actually love tennis too. I played tennis in high school. I grew to love that one. But for the most part, football is probably my all-time favorite sport. What things work best for you as far as what to eat in the mornings and hours prior to the show to fill up? Personally, I like rice. I tend to eat a lot of rice. I'll switch with like just potatoes, any sorts of potatoes, but rice is like the main thing, rice cakes as well. I like to keep it very basic. What drives you in life? Man, just progression, life progression, just seeing how far I can take things. And right now I'm involved in bodybuilding, and I would like to turn pro, and just the added motivation of trying to continue to build. I don't like to stay stagnant. I don't like to remain in one place. I've never been that way. And I've never been the type of person to just like sit around and wait for other things to happen. I usually just like to go get them myself. So what are the best bicep exercises if you want to have bigger biceps? Man, honestly, just curls. Some concentrated curls, heavy barbell curls, heavy isolated like supinated dumbbell curls, like alternating. Things that will keep the tension on the biceps throughout the entire movement, and that allow for increase in weight and progression. So like I said, barbell curls, alternating dumbbell curls. Do you keep low glycemic carbs in your off season? If so, which meals are you having those in, or is it mostly higher glycemic carbs that are more effective for building mass in your off season? All right, so for carbohydrates, when I'm on point with my diet and everything, I like to keep good complex carbs throughout. A lot of vegetables as well, just to keep those macros in. But the majority is going to be complex carbs. Any simple carbs will be around the workout, mainly post-workout. But for the rest of them, it's going to be some sort of complex carbohydrate. This is an off name. It's going to have to be written on the screen. EIKSKFTE. What do you do to keep your shoulders healthy all the time? I keep having small problems and irritations. I like your videos. Keep it up. Thank you so much for watching my videos. What do I do to keep my shoulders healthy? Actually, I just had a shoulder injury myself, and how I've been able to rehabilitate it is not to do anything that makes it hurt or is going to potentially re-injure it and make it worse. I foam rolled on a consistent basis, on a daily basis. I visited my chiropractor. She actually did some her own techniques like grassing and cupping, and also I would get a lacrosse ball and kind of work around those areas that I was feeling those knots in. But that's what I did, and that's something that I should probably continue to do even on a regular basis, and probably I'm telling you guys to do this as well. Is like something that you need to consider adding to your program on a daily basis is foam rolling, stretching. Make sure you get your stretching in. Do this stuff, because this is what's going to keep you healthy, is making sure you have the proper balance of, you're working out, so you're contracting the muscle, and then you have the opposite. You got to make sure you take now I'm not going to say equal amount of time, but a lot of time in your stretching, because it's going to keep you a lot more limber. Jai Suave. Again, writing it on the screen. These names, they're not that easy. I'm trying to increase my bench. What is the best way to do so? You have long arms, so the bench has always been a weak point for me. How do you increase your bench? Number one is just focus on proper form and technique. Make sure you get the arch in your bench, making sure you're keeping your shoulders safe. You're not having your elbows too high. There's a lot of different things that can allow you to be able to kind of power through the movement. But it's just about going about it safely, and then looking to have some sort of program that you can focus on, so that it enables you to kind of progress over time. Because if you're just going about it just blindly, you're more than likely not going to make that progress that you're looking for. So try to get a program that you can find that helps you kind of make your way up. And again, but most importantly, focus on the form and the technique first. Do you do Dilo Weeks? Yes. If I feel like my body's tired, then I'm gonna switch things up, go more higher reps, more like pump sessions, more or less. But at this point in my current state, like, my body's being able to recover again a lot better. I'm getting my training frequency a lot higher, so I'm training 6 to 7 days a week again, like I normally like to. But whenever I do feel that I'm not getting enough rest, that's usually the case. If I'm not sleeping enough, if my nutrition is bad, then my body tends to not recover at a quicker pace. So during those time frames, I will take a deload week and not try to stress my body out too much. All right, Comerica_muscle. Do you prefer to split legs into quads and calves, and then later in the week hit hamstrings? No, I actually do all my legs both days. I do train them twice a week. Just check out my leg workout videos. I did one of a secondary leg day, and then my typical leg workouts. I split it like that. But what I do is the first leg day is going to be like the heavier press movements. It's going to be a little bit lower in rep range. The occasional drop set, superset. But the second day is a very straight to the point leg day. So just a pump workout, not pushing as hard, as heavy. And I'm looking to just kind of really work the muscle and pump it out, get a lot of blood flow. But that's how I split it. And my recovery at this point has been really well. So I've been able to do it twice a week and not have any issues. But I know that you're going to have to work into that. So try this and let me know how it works for you. Lamar Bird, Mr. Pump. How many weeks out of the muffins cut out? Never. Never. And I'm still going to beat you. So just watch. What split is my favorite split? This is by Jonathan Santos _23. My current split is my favorite split because it's what I've been doing for like the last 3 years. I do a 7-day split, and it's basically legs, chest, delts, back, and then legs again, chest, delts again, an arm day or a back day, depending on how I'm feeling. So, and then I just kind of switch those over, and then we start the week over again. That's how it is. That's my current split, and I like it a lot. If I can figure out how to make this even better, someone show me. What are my goals for 2017? Will Fit 16. My goal is to turn pro. My other goal is to make stud muffins and go nationwide and have it everywhere for all of you guys to try. And if you haven't tried it, make sure you put in an order. Description box below. There's a website link, www.proteinstudmuffins.com. Check them out. They're absolutely amazing, little mini cheesecakes. But so those are my 2 main goals for the year. Turn pro, and then make sure that I blow this bad boy up, which is going to happen. Both of them. Just watch. Strange Christensen. How do you plan your day? Meals, supplements, training? What is my daily routines? Well, the first thing I do is cardio in the mornings. That's like a must. It just helps me start my day off right. I feel less tight. Like, I don't know, for some reason, if I just don't get up and move, especially now with it being winter time, super cold, my body gets cold, my body gets stiff. So I have to do that. And then I'll come home, eat, shower, etc., plan the rest of my day, and then just go on from there. The days just vary depending on whether or not I need to go to the bakery and make deliveries and that kind of stuff, or just train. So they all just vary. Every day is different. Just like right now, I'm doing this because I got time today. How we can keep joints strong and healthy. So he's asking me how are we able to keep your joints strong and healthy? One is just take care of them. Make sure you warm up properly. That's huge. That's like really huge. And then take supplements that can help you, like glucosamine, chondroitin, shark cartilage, and I know there's some other ones, but those are the main ones. Josh underscore Cerrone. Soy sauce, thoughts on high sodium? I like soy sauce. I don't really have anything against high amounts of sodium unless you have heart issues like hypertension. But if you don't have any heart issues and you're making sure you're putting in the work, you're sweating profusely during your workouts and cardio and all that stuff, then you're going to need to replace the sodium. And they help. They help with muscle contractions and all other different sorts of stuff. And if you don't have salt in your diet, then it's going to cause issues along the way. Obviously, you don't need too much salt, but those things vary between people. Pre-contest carb load protocol. I have none. It all just varies on how we're looking, and that's it. How we're looking, how everything is going. Because at the end of the day, your body just responds differently. Sometimes you can take a lot of carbs. Sometimes it's not going to take very many carbs. It just all depends. Top 3 exercises for lats. Pull-ups, bent over rows, and dumbbell rows. Or Meadows rows. Who is the person you have worked with or have been around who has made the biggest impact on you? What was the most important thing you learned from them? Man, that's a good question. I think the person that made the biggest impact in my life recently has to be my friend Mark. When I met him in Denmark, you guys know Mark. He edited some of my videos on my channel, and but yeah, I feel like he definitely changed my life a lot. Just by how I view things. Just because he lives life completely different than I've ever seen or I've ever lived it myself personally, and I don't know. It just showed me a lot of things. It showed me that there's like things and shoes and clothes and all this stuff didn't matter, and it's really about, just people, and that's it, and the relationships you build. So it made me just think of things like crazy, and it showed me like, man, there's more to this world than what we're normally surrounded by and view every day. Because if you don't understand this or believe this, but your mind has been being manipulated all the time, you are being shown only things on television and whatnot that basically is for propaganda purposes, whether it be like to make you want to have food, or to pay attention to bullshit elections, or just whatever. It's just a bunch of nonsense. So it's like you always have these preconceived thoughts and notions of what you think life is until you meet somebody that's different along the way and they show you something. So I feel like that's that person, Mark. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. Best training split and frequency for a natural lifter. The best way to stay looking good all year round without bulking and cutting. Your question about looking good all year round is just basically to make sure you look good all year round. Stick to your diet. Don't fuck around. Don't eat a lot of shit, and adhere to it as much as you possibly can. But that's hard, It's going to be difficult, but nothing in life that's worth it is going to be ever easy. And as far as like the best training split for a natural lifter, man, honestly, I think what I do could work just as well for a natural lifter. It all depends on how you recover. Like I said, if your nutrition is on point, then I feel like your recovery can improve greatly over time, and you can be able to train 7 days a week, multiple times if you'd like to, even at that point. And your body will respond to it, because we are adaptive organisms. Your body is constantly changing and trying to, adapt to its environment. For example, hard training, or just going balls to the walls on your cardio. Anything that you do is going to push your body to another level. So it's like, in order to keep improving, you just have to keep working on those in different steps. So yeah, I hope that answers that question as well for you. Let me see. I think there's one more question here. What is your favorite go-to cheat meal? Pizza or burgers? One or the other. But like, burgers has been my thing lately. I don't know why, and that's the reason why I did the burger cheat challenge. Just because I've just been in this whole burger and fry type feeling. But I don't know, it always changes. Like, sometimes I like pasta, sometimes I want pizza, sometimes I want lasagna. I just like good food, and I do like chocolate. It's another thing. So that answers all the questions for you guys. I really enjoy these types of videos. I like doing them for y'all. So if you like them, I'm going to make sure that I make another post to get another one going, and we'll try to do them more often. But if you like these videos, please give the video a like. and leave me comments. Like, talk to me. I like talking to everybody. Just my goal with all of this is to help inspire and motivate you all, and just to help you in your pursue something greater in life, whether it be in the gym or whether it be some other talent that you might have. Just understand that you can do it, and it's all up to you. You know, it's like whether you want to be able to put your mind to it or not. You know, our abilities as humans is incredible, and it's like if you realize the potential you might have inside, is you never know what you can do to change things. And my goal is to change your perception on life and make you feel like you can always be better. So anyways, we'll end it there. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.